Welcome to another Skye's Daily SimCity podcast. I am joined by my good friend SGuard6 from the EA forums. How you doing, bro?
Not too bad. What's up, everybody?
Why are we here? Why are we going to be having a little chat? It's because the 5.0 patch notes are out. We're going to have a quick run through the patch notes, and we're going to sort of pick out the highlights for you, have a little chat about them, and let's see what we've got.
Update 5 is focused on improvements to multiplayer and multi-city play. Doesn't that strike you that this is the big secret surprise update? This is the big one? They're pushing all in on this one, or?
I don't know. I mean, I kind of skipped over that. So you may be right. If you look through the items that are in here, what really jumps out at you and says, right, well, regional stuff is going to work now?
I don't know if it's going to work, but I know it's been one of the major gripes of the community, and the mods have been dropping teasers for about 3 weeks now that, wait for five, it's going to be the game changer, blah, blah,
Well,
blah.
let's run through this, and we'll come back to that at the end when we sum up. Let's not prejudge. Let's run through them. Okay, first one, global market. They're going to put up price charts, so you can look at your world view and see the prices of the commodities. What do you think?
Sounds like that trailer they put out about 4 or 5 months ago.
Doesn't it? That sounds like really familiar. So, hey, we're actually getting something that was promised. The region wall, they're improving the chat functionality. S-Guard, I know you have a quick summation of this.
They were looking for advice a while ago on this. I chipped in a little bit, but it's good to see that they're actually, like, I'm happy about toggling on and off the regional events, because I really don't need a list of every time a fire truck was shared or every time shoppers or workers were available from another city. This
Word
is
on that
long
one.
overdue, I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I was just going to say about time and move on.
So,
Gifting. Now this is good, right?
yeah, well, there goes your 60-second tip. That became irrelevant pretty quickly.
Hey, if I've got to sacrifice tips to actually get these things fixed, I do not mind that at all.
Well, this actually might give you the opportunity to make another one. See how this electronic thing works. It's not going to be much to see, I don't think, as long as it works, right?
What? See, but this is the thing. Okay, they get rid of the truck part, but does this mean it's now going to sync properly? I mean, so many of the regional problems are syncing issues where it happens in one city, doesn't happen in another city. So,
Well,
is this going to be synced? That's going
and
to be the
another
question.
funny thing for me is now you can't even get to watch the truck drive from city to city, which what took all of 15 seconds, 20 seconds. So you actually got to visualize your money going from point A to point B. Now it's just a wire
That
transfer.
that excited you?
Well, no, it didn't
Dude,
excite me,
you've
but
got to get out more. Honestly.
hey, there's something to look at and see your money making it when it
Very true.
actually didn't. So it could be all the same.
All right, let's move on. Now, resource gifting. Now, this was one that caught my eye, right? Now, they're
Like
saying
everything
they've
else.
improved it and it's going to be more reliable and all the rest of it. But let's say you and I want to run like a regional oil business, right? And I'm going to drill for the oil and I'm going to ship it over to you, and you're going to refine it, produce fuel, plastic, whatever, right? Now, that's really cool. This is what we want to be doing, all right? And if this is more reliable, great. But it comes back to the sinking issue. Am I going to gift you like 500,000 barrels of oil? Am I going to think it's going, and I'm going to see my trucks going off with all this oil, and you're going to be sitting there saying, "Hey, Skye, I've been sitting here half an hour and I haven't seen any oil." We'll see, I guess. I see all of these. For me, it comes back to sinking. But hey, let's move on. Trading control. For me, this is okay. So it defaults to on rather than it defaults to off. But I don't think this addresses what people are really concerned about, which is I want to be able to determine which cities I trade my power or water or sewage to, right? And I want to be able to give a particular city 100%. I don't want to be restricted to 25% to each of the cities that I'm connected to. What do you think?
Well, we can hope that this is part of their incremental progress that they always rave about. At least we're getting on and off.
You
Maybe
really are up
eventually,
tonight.
maybe eventually you'll get a slider bar where you can say, okay, send 60% to this city.
Oh, slider boss. Oh, now that's just crazy talk.
But hey, well, we're starting somewhere. They got an on and off. We
All
got a
right. Hey,
binary we got
I
a
love
binary
it.
switch. That's
I
a win.
love it that you're optimistic. I love it that you're optimistic. But I'll wait and see. I'll wait and see. Okay, let's get on to the great works because I'm even less optimistic about this. I would love to be optimistic, but all of these rely on the sinking, and the sinking is what worries me. So, delivery trucks. Delivery trucks will mark their resources as dropped off as soon as they reach the Great Works instead of when they arrive back in the city. Now, I have sat for many minutes, I won't say hours, I've sat for many minutes watching my trucks go off to the Great Works and dropping off their resources and coming back, right? And I'll tell you now that when they come back to my city, they do not update the progress bar in real time. Okay, so the fact that they're saying that it's now going to update when they get to the city as opposed to when they get back to me, I, I don't see the difference. This annoys a lot of people. I know it does. A lot of people have commented on this. Yeah, all of these issues come down to syncing. If they fix the syncing, we're all going to be happy. If they don't, then I
And the,
don't see a lot of these improvements really impacting. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
yeah, as long as it still doesn't have that play by mail feel, that's pretty much the whole.
And that is so right. That play by mail feel, where
Well,
you're just waiting for that comeback to the reaction to the action you just made. That is
yeah,
so right. That is
and that's what
so
it
right.
looks like. Every one of these updates is focusing on is improvement of that. We can only hope, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, great works. Solar farm. They tuned the solar farm. Was it off key? I mean, what
I'm
the
not
hell
gonna.
does that mean? They tuned the solar farm. Well, let's move on because I've got no idea.
That one will just hurt your head if you think about it too long.
I'm staring at it. I can't even. I can't
Just
even
you
guess.
said
I
move
don't know.
on. Just move
I don't
on,
know.
man.
Let's move on. Let's move on. All right. Regional unlocks. Okay, that's good, but I don't really care. Regional
Agreed.
missions. Now, Escod, I think you actually care less about this than I do, which I didn't think was possible.
Yeah, no, I didn't even know what a regional mission was until this was in front of me. I added seven new. Someone tell me one other old one. I've never seen these. No idea what they're talking
Yeah,
about.
okay. Well, we're kind of less than staggered by that. Let's move on. And they added a regional achievement. Okay.
Never
Fire
have
advisor.
enough
Now
buggy
this
achievements.
one. Oh, this one's a feature. Fire advisor trading clarity. They've tuned the fire advisor so that they do not tell you that neighbors are sending fire trucks when your neighbor has no fire stations.
To me, this I don't know how this isn't at the bottom of the list in a superscript so fine you can't read it, like they're whispering it, like, oh, by the way, your fire advisor used to tell you your neighbor was sending trucks. He didn't even have any. Like how ridiculous is this? I like
Yeah. I mean, how did. I'm sorry, but this is the kind of thing that should never, ever have made it through beta testing. Christ, it
yeah.
shouldn't have made it through alpha testing, but
3 months later, we're fixing something like
that
that.
should have been at the bottom, like in like a transparent type with a row of blushing smileys surrounding it. I mean, wow. Okay,
Whoops, sorry guys.